Okay, so hello and welcome to this talk on ways to give back to the open source community and mentor future GSoC participants. So I'm Devanshu and I am currently working as an intern with Rocket.Chat. In the past, I have worked on Rocket.Chat for virtual conferences as a GSoC project in 2022, and now I'm a GSoC mentor. So in this talk, I'm going to talk about the different ways you can give or engage with the open source community, whether you are a designer, a developer, a writer, or basically just a user who wants to help out. So you may already know how amazing and helpful the open source softwares are. You may see that they are an like inseparable part in our everyday tools that we use. One of them is definitely our Locker Chat that we use almost every day, which is obviously open source. So here is a big question. Why should I contribute to open source? So there may be many reasons why you should contribute to open source, but the most common ones are: the first is when you collaborate and contribute to any issues on open source, you gain new skills. You work with developers, they help you out, they make you learn new skills, and then you can later on add these new skills you learned and also the issues or achievement that you have got in open source on your resume. That's definitely gonna give you plus points or raise your weightage in any of the job hunt, which was mentioned by Siddharth in his presentation, quite detailed. So I'm not gonna touch on it anymore. So, and the third one is expand your network. So when you work in open source, you might have noticed that it is not only people from your region, it's global. You make connections. So you can work in open source and make connection with people who share your interest and help you out. And lastly, uh, whenever you try to solve a issue for a platform which is used by millions of users, you are definitely making a positive impact on a million user community, which is definitely something great to do, and it gives a sense of achievement. Um, so one of the uh, like ways to contribute to open source is to write code. If you have coding experience and also skills, you can solve the issues, implement new features, and help to test out new features, and also maybe improve the code performance. Apart from that, as mentioned in our last presentation by Fongang, writing documentations, the importance of documentation are much needed for any project, because it's as a way for other users who are not that technical to understand how they can use this project, what are the benefits they are going to get with usage. So definitely you can contribute by writing documentation. And the third one is providing feedback. Feedback is an important, uh, it's important for any project to grow and also improve at the same time. Without feedback, they are not going to know that what users are thinking, what they want. Like you can provide feedback by going on GitHub, opening a issue, or using the chat rooms like we do in Rocket Chat. We have multiple channels where you can provide feedbacks or contact the maintainers. They are actively active on Rocket Chat, so you can contact them, let them know what features you want or you want to see, what are the issues you are facing. So it's definitely a good way to help out the open source projects. And last but not the least, sponsor a project. Sponsoring a project is a simple yet very powerful contribution. You see, there are many open source projects that depend on contributors or sponsors' money, because they have got to the last I remember was Gitpod. Until now, they are like burning out their own cash to like give out free resources to users many hours, but now they are like subscription based. So there are many various open source projects that depend on users sponsorship. So you can use platform like Patreon or PayPal to donate money, which is going to help the open source projects maintain sustainability and help them with resources. So you might wonder, are there any other options? I might not fit into any of them that categories. Then definitely, if you're good with languages, you can help with translations. or host events. You might remember in our own community, we had several community events that were AMA, the code walkthrough, and the recent one we had was proposal review workshop. So they are a great way to help out the community. And last, the third is mentoring. Mentoring is rewarding yet a difficult task to do because it requires you to commit certain times out of your busy schedules, and also you need to have a certain level of understanding of the projects and also skills. But definitely mentoring is going to be rewarding in a way that you help others to learn your skills which they are eager to learn, and you can help them to achieve their goals in life, which is definitely they are gonna remember. And you can also ma- increase your network with with collaborating with other mentors and also the organizations, which results in increasing your reach. So these were some of the benefits. So you have learned how to contribute to open source project, but is it easy? Well, definitely it is not gonna be easy to start contributing to open source project right away. If you are most of us present here, we are going to contribute by developing features, which definitely requires a certain steps to go through. The first one is you need to find the right project that you're interested in, the skills you have, and the skills that align with the project you are searching for. Then second, you need to go through all the documentations, all the code base to understand what and how it works. Then you need to find a issue to work on. And last, you need to communicate effectively with the mentors or the maintainers. Okay, so here are some of the insider tips to smooth sail on the open source scene. So the first one is start small. Don't aim like whenever you go to a new project, don't aim to take on a big issue right away. Start with small. Look for good first issues or beginner friendly issues. They are a good start. Second, after you got your issue, do your research. It is not like you found your issue, you go and start coding. You need to get a good understanding of how the project works, how it is aligned with the roadmaps, and what are the expectations of the mentors or the maintainers, how they are going to see it. So, and for this, you can get help with the documentations in understanding the code base. And last, definitely ask questions with the community. They are going to help you out. And the third one is follow the rules. Certain organizations have rules, like in Rocket.Chat we have lint rules, testing rules, and some of the rules related to the PR title. So you must definitely have a lookout on them also to avoid wasting time later on. And the last, be respectful. Open source is a collaborative platform where many people volunteer their time out of their daily work to help with the to help the community. So you must be respectful if you're getting delayed in some of the peer reviews, or if they are giving some feedback, don't take it personally. Like take it in a constructive way and try to increase your I mean, taking it constructive way and learning from it. Okay, and so thank you so much for attending and listening to the talk. I hope you enjoyed it. And to close it, some my notes will be the open source community is diverse and inclusive. So, and it welcomes anyone who wants to join and help. By giving back to open source community, you are not only helping yourselves as a user or others or who are using the same platform, but you are also like advancing the principle of openness, collaboration, and freedom that make this community so special. Thank you so much.